Me on a scale of 1 to 10.
-1.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen copycats of you every single place I go.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, am I ugly?
No, but you're unoriginal.
I never liked you anyway, pretty mother.
Oh my God. High five. High five. Don DeMarco. Bang, bang. Somebody should high five that young man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this young man right here deserves to be protected at all costs. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he definitely deserves the round of applause because he wasn't rude. He wasn't inappropriate. He didn't say anything out of pocket. He basically told baby girl, look, it's not that you're ugly, you're just unoriginal. I repeat, it's not that you're ugly, it's the fact that you're just not so unique. You're unoriginal, right? Now, a lot of people would, who hate passport brethren and guys who travel overseas and date abroad, you'll hear that a lot of their talking points is the simple fact that a lot of these women in the modern world are kind of the same. And you can kind of see that if you're on IG, if you're on these social media platforms, these girls are a dime a dozen. So one of the main reasons why I'm one of the biggest, advocates for getting your passport and traveling abroad and dating abroad if you can, is the simple fact that with a lot of these women over there, you have to take them as they are. Basically, what you see is what you get because they can't afford to be anything else. I repeat, what you see is what you get because the majority of these women that live overseas cannot afford to be anything but themselves, right? They can't afford the lip injections. They can't afford the lip fillers, the BBLs, the implants and all of that stuff. So what you see is what you get and you have to take it at face value. Some of these young ladies, you do not know what they look like prior to the surgeries and things that they've gotten. And you don't know exactly what they had to go through, where the money came from and all of this stuff to transform their entire bodies into what it is that they're trying to put in front of you as original. And then you wonder why it's hard for a lot of these guys to take any of these young ladies seriously. It kills me to believe that a lot of these women who have done all this cosmetic surgery have the audacity to expect a man to take them seriously when 9 times out of 10, you'll diss a man for being fat. You'll diss a man for this, you'll diss a man for that, you'll diss. But then a man call you out, then you start crying and shit, right? Most guys don't go through cosmetic surgeries. Most guys don't do that shit. Some guys do. I can't say it's an all guy thing, but some guys do. But the majority of guys, they ain't worried about that shit, right? And if they're in the gym, and if they're getting it together and they're pushing forward and they're doing what they gotta do, that is gonna be the sweat equity that they put into developing the body that they've, put in for themselves, as opposed to, not saying that they can't, but as opposed to how a young lady get liposuction straight out the gate, breast implants and then a BBL. Because what you'll notice is if you really pay attention, and I'm just being honest, maybe more so amongst young ladies that are representative of my community. I'm not saying that this can't be reactionary in any other community, but what I've noticed is a lot of girls that get the BBLs and it look like you got a fat ass, but yet still there's not very much that changed about her body type, right? She still might be a little soft around the middle, right? Or you get some tatas and it kind of directs most guys' eyes to your quote unquote assets as opposed to, baby girl, you still look like you one Big Mac away from fucking it all up, right? That type of stuff, right? But, again, they can transform and diss and talk shit about guys and all of that stuff, but yet still, most of them are unoriginal. But heaven forbid you say that, they look at you like you crazy because they can't comprehend the idea that they look like everybody else, right? They want to talk about how unique and how special they are, but then if you ask them what makes them unique and special, aka what do you bring to the table if that's what you want to ask, they gonna get pissed off at you, right? I have asked a young lady overseas once before, not necessarily what she brings to the table, but a question similar to that, and they were happy to answer the question. Oh my God, I can cook, I can clean, I'll take care of my man, I can't wait to be a wife, like that type of shit. And this is the type of comments, and things that you'll get from the majority of women overseas. I'm not saying that all women are like that. I'm not saying that some women over there don't have access to the same things as women in the West, but the majority of them just don't, right? So I do believe that your dating options, the dating pool is a whole lot vaster, if that's a word, right? It's a vast dating market, large dating market, and I do believe it leads to a potential to a more positive relationship as opposed to scrolling through social media, seeing the same type of chick. Oh, she just changed her hair color from neon green to fucking red or some shit, but it's still the same copy paste. Nobody really want that shit in your life, do you? If you want it, do you, fam? Nobody's gonna fight you for women over here, okay? I'm not gonna hold you. The real ones know. Nobody gonna fight you for the young ladies over here. And I'm gonna tell you why. I personally don't believe that they see the value in dating some of these young ladies as, times prior, right? Times in the past. So you got a lot of guys that are willing to go overseas, a lot of guys that are willing to put in an effort and energy to deal with and converse with young ladies in different parts of the world, because if you're into culture and if you're into just dating and wanting to know and being with a young lady that is original, right? You'll probably find a lot more of that in overseas countries than you will in the United States. I personally don't talk about my type of girl. I do every now and again, and my real ones, the OGs who have been down with the good doc for a long time. You guys know the types of young ladies I like, right? I'll give you a second, but I think you already know. I like my girls nerdy. I like my girls goofy. I just like original girls. And the reason that is because that's me. In my core, I am goofy. I am weird. I am all of the fucking above. I'm that. That's me. So I'm attracted to young ladies that I like that, right? I don't care about BBLs. Yeah, I might like a young lady that's top heavy, but I don't care about implants or shit like that. I don't. That shit doesn't impress me. I don't even like that shit. Now, I'm still human. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna look, and I'm not gonna say that if the opportunity came, hey, I'm a married man, but let's just call a spade a spade. I'm still human, right? But the reality of it all is that's not what I like. Like, I'll see that shit and I'll be like, oh, another, with all due respect, another fat ass big titties. Just, okay, that's it, right? That's bought and paid for, right? There's nothing original about it. So when my man called it for what it was, she just thought original. It spoke to my soul. Y'all, it spoke to my soul, which is the reason I had to speak to y'all, right? And I'm sure he destroyed that girl's self-worth in a matter of seconds. Just destroyed her entire self-worth. Simply because he told her that she was unoriginal. Didn't call her ugly because she wasn't ugly. Simply put, simple and plain. Baby girl, you just unoriginal. Like, I see versions of you everywhere that I go. You're like a bot, right? I see you all the time. Y'all act the same, y'all do the same. It is what it is, right? And you can find a stereotypical prototype in every race of woman in the United States, right? Could be the blonde, the white young lady, the blonde hair, blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? You can fill in the blanks how you want to. With young ladies that were representative of my community, fat ass, the hips, the breast implants, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And if you're built like that, how can you be original when you probably got the idea and inspiration for that body type from somebody else? Let us not forget that, the Kim Kardashian body type was probably what a lot of them were going to their plastic surgeons, and asking for it. Yo, give me the Kim Kardashian. It was like that. It was like ordering something off of a fucking menu, man. You know what? Give me the Kim Kardashian. Give me the Kim K. Give me the fat ass, big titties, slim waist. That's it. Dr. Miami, you know where these girls was going to get it in and where they're still going to get it in to this day. Now Brazil, let's be real, you know what I'm saying? Y'all down there, and that's where a lot of Colombia as well. Y'all be getting the BBLs down there. Maybe some of the young ladies are participating that live in that country are participating as well. I do believe that a lot of them, much like young ladies representing of my community, they are naturally hippie and they naturally got, assets. But sometimes they want to take the assets to the next level, and guess what? They end up looking like fucking Donkey Kong or some shit, and it's a rough one, man. It's a rough day in these streets. But you want to know why we date abroad? Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit A. It's my time, man, for the energy, ladies and gentlemen. If you have anything else you want me to react to or comment on, MikeThePIGuy@gmail.com. We'll be glad to hear what you guys have to say and or send to me to react to. If you haven't already, share, like, comment, and subscribe. It's been a good doc. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.